So, I'm trying to find stuff to make a chair, and I have some things, like, I think I'm gonna make the base out of this, and make it, like, it's for someone who really likes the outdoors, so I was thinking maybe to put, like, flowers in the middle, and make it sort of like a garden or something like that in the chair, but I can't figure out how to make the back of the chair, and so I'm like, I've been in here for like 45 minutes, so I'm trying to figure this out. It's pretty fun though. It's the first design project that we have. She likes gold things. She likes elegant things. So I'm trying to find stuff here in the craft store, and they have interesting music. So I have decided that I'm going to be doing some projects. Since I have some projects to do for school, I thought, why not film them and put them on the internet? Great idea, right? And then I can have the reference. I don't mind if you guys copy me. This is just purely for your benefit, and if you want to be kind of creative and make things. So this is my first project for school, and I am studying interior design, so I'm really excited about it. This ball is going to go in here, and we're going to need an X-Acto knife to cut it exactly where this ends. Okay, so that's what the ball is for. Make sure it's not too small. Then we're going to have to use some doilies. This is optional. I might put a cushion on this chair. I might not. I'm not sure yet. And as well as some rocks or some kind of pebble or whatever you want to use for yours. And this is also optional. This is like wire that's flat. So it's flattened out wire. It's pretty thick though. And this is copper colored. And then also you're going to need some like gold paint for your project, and I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but you're going to need some moss. Okay? Alright, so let's get started. Take your pencil and go right around the base. Make sure the ball doesn't move, like it just moved on me. Take your base and draw around your styrofoam ball so that you get a line that shows you where you need to cut. Okay? Then you're going to cut straight down. Okay, so we have our cutting base. Be very careful. So we have our line. If you can see, we drew right around here. And you want to ubicate. That's what I want to say. That's not the right word. You want to find out which side is the one that goes inside. Okay, this smaller side of the ball is what goes inside the jar. So we're going to just cut it straight down. So, oh, by the way, this edge on this side doesn't need to be perfect because this will be not visible. So let's work on this here. Okay, so now we have a sawn in half little styrofoam ball. This thing's make a huge disaster, so try to be careful. Okay, so we have our little base, and this little base is going to... Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do with your little styrofoam base, dome base, whatever you want to call it, is you're going to paint it green. Now, depending on what you're going to put in the bottom is what color you want to paint it. I'm painting it green because I'm using moss, and also I'm using greenery. So that's just the logic behind it. So I'm going to take my, this is craft paint. You can also use acrylic paint. Technically, it's almost the same thing. It's just like more matte. So, let me find something to put paint in. I will be right back. Okay, so I did another coat. You can do another one if you want to. I checked in my jar to make sure it looks alright. Like if you can see the edges, they're kind of uneven. But when you put it in the jar, you can't really even tell. And anyways, it's going to be covered up. So don't worry about it. Okay. Oops. Let's just make sure you rinse out your little brush, or just at least put it in water so that you can clean it up soon. Like measure, okay, and see how long these need to be. They don't need to be very long at all. They need to be kind of short so that you kind of, you know what I mean? Try to make a bouquet inside of the jar without them touching up against the glass, unless you want them touching the glass. But I think it looks better without that happening. So, we shall continue. I'm gonna take the chair part off and just use it as a decoration. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, so I have this little piece. And this is way too tall, if you can see what I mean. Even by pushing this in, it's still, like, look at this. This is still way too big for this. Way too big. So we're gonna kind of chop it down. But make sure there's always, like, a metal piece that you can use to poke through. Because some of them don't. Like this one is plastic. So what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna make, like, a wall of grass around the outside of my little jar thingy. Cut so kind of I'm gonna just straight down, not in an angle, but just straight down into my styrofoam ball, and I'm not going all.
Foolish eyes, don't you see? It wasn't the best thing for me to keep the past in my heart. Crippled thoughts are about to start. These bags are holding me down. This weight's holding me down. So I'll pack my bags and that piece of my heart, and I won't sit back and let it all fall apart. I'll just breathe away.
A structure here that's going to be the back of the chair, and I might put some like curly cues on it or stuff, and then I'm going to put this on top here, and so this is going to be like a lawn chair type thing. I think that's what it's going to be, and I might put like a foot rest right here. So basically what I did is I got a piece of wire that is the same circumference, this right here, as the base of the as the circumference of this jar. But if you can see, this overlaps, so it's not super small. And then I did this part, this what do you call it? Like the structure here. I kind of bent it around because I wanted this to be flat here, and I wanted this to be flat, and as well as this. But then it connects here at a different angle. Right. So I've put this back onto the chair. And then what I made here is just a wire that goes all the way around, and I attached a little footrest because I realized my chair is slightly too high, and I wanted it to, you know, if someone's actually going to use this as like a lawn chair or something like that, or whatever kind of chair it is. I think it's more like a stool with a little footrest, but kind of, you know, decorative.